My name is Jerry Albright, and today we're going to be talking about ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. So, what is ADHD? ADHD is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a neurodevelopment disorder, which means it affects how your brain functions and develops. It can significantly impact a person's life by affecting their ability to focus, manage their behavior, and maintain organization. It isn't about lacking attention. People who have it just it's difficult managing and controlling and directing attention. Some people may even experience hyperfocus on tasks they find interesting or enjoy. ADHD even typically appears in childhood and often continues into adulthood. Mine showed up when I was about 9, and sometimes I'll focus on something. It'll take me 9 hours to do an assignment that should only take me like 2. ADHD has a significant impact on daily life. People living with it may face all kinds of different challenges like work and school challenges, mental health, low self-esteem, social difficulties, stuff like that. For me, it's more at work because I'll start like 5 different projects and I'll have like 3 of them almost done, 2 of them barely started, and maybe one in the middle of it. And I think I've almost been diagnosed bipolar 1 once, but never really went through with it. So, not really sure about that. But I definitely have mental health issues and low self-esteem. Here's some important terms that go along with it. Is neurodevelopment disorder, which is a condition that begins in childhood and involves brain function differences that affect behavior, memory, and learning. Inattention, which is like trouble focusing, staying on task, or organizing. Hyperactivity is like excessive movement, fidgeting, and restlessness, kind of like what you see me doing. Impulsivity, acting without thinking, or difficulty with self-control, which I've struggled with that a lot myself as well. Some of the major symptoms that are identified in the DSM-5 are persistent pattern of inattention and or hyperactivity that interferes with functioning or development. Characterized by inattention type 6 or more of the following symptoms for at least 6 months. Lack of attention to details or makes careless mistakes. Difficulty sustaining attention in tasks. Often does not seem to listen when spoken to directly. Often does not follow through on instructions and fails to finish tasks, avoids or dislikes tasks that require sustained mental effort, difficulty organizing tasks and activities, often loses things or misplaces them, is easily distracted by extraneous stimuli like other things around you, is often forgetful in like daily activities. I think I'm probably every one of these. It's pretty bad. Some more major symptoms that are identified in the DSM-5. Often fidgets with hands or feet. I'm terrible at that. Gets up when expected to stay seated. Runs or climbs in inappropriate situations. That's usually like within teens or just adults. Unable to engage in leisure activities quietly, is always on the go, difficulty being still for extended time, talks excessively, blurts out answers before a question is completed, has difficulty walking on his or her turn, or waiting on his or her turn. I think I have trouble with that sometimes, like in group environments. I'll kind of like cut off my partners and something because I like want to say something, and I don't know. I don't really know I'm doing it until after I've already done it. Several symptoms must appear before age 12. Several symptoms must be present in 2 or more settings, home, school, or work. There is clear evidence that the symptoms interfere with or reduce the quality of functioning. That's pretty adamant in some of my life. The symptoms cannot be better explained by another mental disorder. So, children obviously is one of the most common childhood disorders is ADHD. In the U.S., about 6 million children aged 3 to 17 years Around 9.8% have been diagnosed with ADHD. Boys are more likely to be diagnosed than girls, with 13% of boys versus 6% of girls. And with adults, the overall prevalence of current adult ADHD is 4.4%. In the U.S., adults aged 18 to 44 years old, about 8.1% have been diagnosed. That's a lot. That's crazy. ADHD is more commonly diagnosed in boys than girls. ADHD can also look similar to anxiety disorders, which I actually kind of have both: trouble concentrating and restlessness, oppositional defiant disorder, impulsivity or defiance, autism spectrum disorder, and learning disorders. Here are some common treatments for ADHD. Is different medications like stimulants like Adderall, Ritalin, and Vyvanse. I've been on all those. Non-stimulants like Strattera, Intuitive, often used when someone can't take stimulants or has side effects. Or behavioral therapy helps build better habits, coping skills, manage emotions, and reduce problem behaviors. Often used with children, combined with parent training. And cognitive behavioral therapy, like especially used for teens and adults, focus on managing negative thoughts, improving time management, and boosting confidence. And then lifestyle and support. Exercise helps, a solid routine, healthy sleep, and can really help symptoms. ADHD coaching, like getting a coach or a mentor or somebody to hold you accountable. And then family support, stuff like that. Some of the known people with ADHD are Bill Gates, Jim Carrey, and Albert Einstein, which are all very successful members of society. So you can function with it, but it's just hard. That'll be the end. Now, let's see. Can you guys tell me what my symptoms are, or see if you could diagnose me with it?